Hello and welcome to Newsbreak at 7. I'm Veera Raghav. Our top focus, as expected, the third meeting of the opposition INDIA alliance has concluded in Mumbai, and some big takeaways coming from there. The 28 alliance parties seem to be showing haste in getting ready for the Lok Sabha elections. They've released an election resolution, though not a political resolution. They've declared that seat-sharing negotiations will take place in haste, and they have formed a committee as well for that process. A political resolution, we believe, could not take place because of differences over whether caste census should be included in it or not. According to sources to NDTV, Mamata Banerjee did not want that included, whereas other parties like the JDU, the RJD and the Samajwadi Party wanted it included in that resolution. However, the big takeaway is that seat-sharing negotiations and public rallies will start off from the opposition INDIA alliance, and a committee has been formed. Let's listen in to some of the reactions that came soon after that meeting in Mumbai.
This stage represents 60% of the Indian population. If the parties on this stage unite, it is impossible for the BJP to win an election. Big steps have been taken in that regard. The first step is a coordination committee and committees under that committee. And the second step is a decision that we will expedite all seat-sharing discussions and decisions and make them happen as soon as possible.
ये बात भी सच है कि जैसे जैसे हम करीब आते जा रहे हैं, एक कदम आगे बढ़ते जा रहे हैं, तो इंडिया के विरोधी दल में घबराहट हो रही है। और हम सारे लोगों ने तय किया है कि आने वाले चुनाव में हम तानाशाही के खिलाफ लड़ेंगे।
ये जो इंडिया अलायंस है, ये अलायंस कुछ चंद 26, 27, 28 केवल पार्टियों का अलायंस नहीं है। ये इंडिया अलायंस इस देश के 140 करोड़ लोगों का अलायंस है। पिछली 3 मीटिंग अटेंड कर चुका, मैं आपको पूरी जिम्मेदारी के साथ कह सकता हूं, जितनी अच्छे से और जितने प्यार और मोहब्बत से सारी मीटिंग्स हुई हैं, किसी के साथ लड़ाई नहीं है।
आप समझ लीजिए कि जितनी पार्टियां एकजुट होकर के काम कर रही हैं, तो आप अच्छी तरह जान लीजिए कि अब इसी का नतीजा होगा कि अभी जो केंद्र में हैं, अब वो हारेंगे, अब वो जाएंगे, ये पक्का जान लीजिए।
Well, joining us now is NDTV Sunil Prabhu, who covers the Congress extremely closely, as well as Sohit Mishra, who'll join us in a bit from Mumbai. But first to you, Sunil, there was a sense that seat-sharing talks and other things would take place after the December round of assembly elections, but there seems to be a sense of urgency in terms of dealing with it and sending out concrete signals of opposition unity and an arrangement between parties on sticky points.
That's right. In fact, I think the most critical and important aspect is that by the end of September, they would like to resolve all seat sharing as far as possible. That's the statement that they made, as far as possible, because there will definitely be internal contradictions. For example, can the left and the Congress be together in Kerala? Not possible. But can they be together in West Bengal? Yes. But will it have an alliance with Mamata Banerjee? These are certain of the other critical points that have to be looked into. For example, in Delhi, in Punjab, what is the Congress's relationship with the Aam Aadmi Party? Whether they're going to have an alliance or not, and what kind of seat adjustment can take place. The same continues in the important state like Uttar Pradesh, where the Samajwadi Party has said that it would like to go it alone and not have any alliance with the Congress Party, amongst other political parties, in the run-up to the Lok Sabha election. So there are a whole bunch of contradictions which have to be sorted out. But definitely, as Mr. Kejriwal pointed out, as well as Rahul Gandhi, as well as Mr. Uddhav Thackeray, the message that they want to send is a sense of unity, and that they are ready to take on the BJP-led NDA, come a special session or not. They will continue to raise issues of public importance. For them, the important issues are price rise, unemployment, and a host of other issues which affect the common man, which they plan to do through public rallies across the country.
Important that you point out, obviously they're looking at a timeline as well for these public rallies to start off immediately. Anything interesting that you can tell us about that political resolution and that election resolution that's come out today, Sunil?
Well, I think the most important aspect, I think, is, that if you talk about caste census and the fact that they haven't been able to come ahead with that, those are expected, and it's on expected lines, because building a consensus on caste census has never been easy. For those who have covered the UPA, they will explain to you that when they did include the caste at that time, it took Dr. Manmohan Singh at least 3-hour discussion in the cabinet before there was a final consensus that it would be included, but you wouldn't put in that aspect. So there will definitely be a host of issues and concerns. You can't expect when 60% of the Indian population, in particular these political parties that they represent, and the bunch of contradictions that they have, that you'll be able to iron out all differences. But what they have unanimously decided is to take on the BJP-led NDA and the Prime Minister Narendra Modi ahead of the assembly as well as a general election. So I think definitely there's a broad consensus on that.
Thank you, Sunil. Yes, as you point out, there are several contradictions, but it's about coming up with a working agreement, not across the board, as Sunil was pointing out. There are sticky states where you will have to agree to disagree, but in other places. So we expect some more modalities to come out on that from that meeting.